Good morning, Hi-Crest fam. Today's Jumpstart for April 22nd. I will be reading 1 Samuel 3 through 5. Today what stood out is 1 Samuel chapter 4, verses 1 through 8, so that is what I will be reading. Now the Israelites went out to fight against the Philistines. The Israelites camped at Ebenezer and the Philistines at Aphek. The Philistines deployed their forces to meet Israel, and as the battle spread, Israel was defeated by the Philistines, who killed about 4,000 of them on the battlefield. When the soldiers returned to camp, the elders of Israel asked, "Why did the Lord bring defeat on us today before the Philistines? Let us bring the ark of the Lord's covenant from Shiloh, so that he may go with us and save us from the hand of our enemies." So the people sent men to Shiloh, and they brought back the ark of the covenant of the Lord Almighty, who was enthroned between the cherubim. And Eli's two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, were there with the ark of the covenant of God. When the ark of the Lord's covenant came into the camp, all Israel raised such a great shout that the ground shook. Hearing the uproar, the Philistines asked, What's all this shouting in the Hebrew camp?" When they learned that the ark of the Lord had come into the camp, the Philistines were afraid. "A god has come into the camp," they said. "Oh no, nothing like this has happened before. We're doomed. Who will deliver us from the hand of these mighty gods? They are the gods who struck the Egyptians with all kinds of plagues in the wilderness." And this is God's word. This stood out to me today. Israel's at war. They're losing. They feel that instead of humbling themselves before the Lord and praying and asking for help, asking for guidance, they at this point are kind of forcing him by bringing his presence into the camp. They are placing that faith into the Ark of the Covenant instead of the Lord himself. When the Ark is captured by the Philistines, we see that they have great fear of the Lord Almighty. But why would they have such great fear if they had pagan gods of their own that were supposed to be mighty? So we see here that they know the mighty power of the Lord, but yet they still deny who he is. And after the Philistines captured the ark, God brought upon all the towns that they tried to move it to plagues. So although Israel was wrong in doing what they did, God is still their God, and he's still there. His presence will still be there with them. And how does this apply today? It makes me ask a lot of tough questions. Am I placing my faith in something or someone other than God himself? Or am I trying to force God's hand to do my will instead of his will, and humbly coming before him and allowing his presence to work in my life through me for others? And do I see and know his power and still deny the work and sacrifice of Jesus Christ? These are heavy questions that we need to ask ourselves, and that is what it brings to me today. Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out, and have a great day.